Hey guys, good evening. Am I audible?
Good evening, sir. Yes, audible.
Good evening, sir.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm facing. Okay, so here headset issues. Hello.
Yeah, audible, sir.
Okay, guys. Good evening once again, and thank you so much. And apologies for the delay. Yeah. So today is our first class. In this class, what I'm trying to explain about. So it's a course content or syllabus. So whatever we are going to discuss about next 60 days. Related to endpoint security, information security, cyber security, and also cloud basics, additional application security as well. So that is the agenda for today class completely. If time permits, what I will do, even I can go and explain about abbreviations or acronyms as well. Next 60 days, what we are going to discuss. So let's start. In the course content or syllabus of the respective security technologies, first and foremost, networking concepts. In the networking concepts, what we are going to discuss, these networking concepts basically from CCNA. It's a certified or Cisco certified network associate. So these completely basics from the Cisco, it is defined initially. It's one of the topmost networking based company. So first topic in the networking concepts, OSLAS. It's an open system interconnection. So why this OSLAS we will use? For end-to-end communication or peer-to-peer communication. So example, what is meant by end-to-end communication? If you want to access any website or any application, so that is like end-to-end communication. In the similar way, maybe if you are withdrawing money from the ATM machine, that is also one of the example for end-to-end communication. You are sending an email to another user, so that is also end-to-end communication and so on. So basically, OSLAS we can use to peer-to-peer communication or end-to-end communication, mainly for communication purpose. So that is the first topic we are going to discuss. Next topic is the TCP/IP layer. So this is advanced version of the OSI reference model. In OSLAS we have 7 layers, and the TCP/IP layers advanced one. So in the TCP/IP layers we have 4 layers. So those 4 layers we are going to discuss. Next topic is classes of IP address. So IP address is basically it's a numerical number or label assigned to each and every system. That system may be our laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop or mobile and so on. So these class of IP address, there are class A, class B, class C, class D, and class E. Once again, these class of IP addresses are divided into 2 different types of IP addresses. One is public IP, second one is private IP address range. So those things we'll discuss part of class of IP address. So next topic is the ports and protocols. It's very, very important from the interview point of view. So ports and protocols, once again, we can use for the communication purpose. If you don't open the port, we can't communicate. So that is the next topic. Couple of important ports. There are more than 65,535 ports are there. So approximate 25 to 30 important ports we can discuss. And each and every port importance also, what exactly it will do, that importance, and what is the port number we will use. So that is the next topic. Next one is Nmap tool. It's a network mapping tool or port scanning tool. So in our systems or servers or databases or end user systems, if you want to see what all the ports are open and what all the ports are closed, and also what are the services it is running on, what are the softwares it is installed, what are the process it is running on, all those things we can discuss part of Nmap tool. So it will give the basically what are the services it is running on, what are the process it is running on, and also it will give the what is software installed. So that is the next topic. It's a Nmap tool, it's an open source tool. So next topic is the static IP versus dynamic IP or static IP and dynamic IP. So every system we will assign one of the IP address. So what is the drawbacks of the static IP and what are the advantages of the dynamic IP? How we can achieve these advantages? Okay, so using DHCP server. So that is next topic. So that is one of the server every organization it will maintain. Next server is a DNS. So what is DNS server? And what are the different types of DNS records every organization it will configure? So that is the next topic. This is also one more additional server. Other than DHCP server and DNS server, we are going to discuss about other servers also. These servers will be maintained by every organization or every company. Those servers are database server, application server or web server, in the similar file server, SMTP server, Windows servers, middleware servers, Unix servers. Under Unix, once again, CentOS, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, Peroda, SUSE, Docker, Container, Kubernetes. All those things we can discuss part of other servers. So that is about servers overall. Every organization it will maintain. One is DHCP, second one is DNS. So database server, application or web server, file or SMTP, Windows or middleware or Linux and so on. So next topic is network comments. In our cybersecurity field or even in any security field, for troubleshooting purpose or investigation purpose, we will use couple of commands on the daily basis. So approximate 8 to 10 commands we are going to discuss. These commands are completely like a command line interface. It is not like a graphical user interface. So we will discuss about 8 to 10 comments. These comments we will use regularly for incident investigation or forensic analysis. So next topic is the network architecture diagram. Every organization, it will follow network architecture diagram that is applicable to on-premise and that is applicable to cloud as well. So how the architecture looks like. So where we have to deploy what type of devices. Everything we can represent on the pictorial point of view or diagrammatic point of view. That diagram we can call it network architecture diagram. So this network architecture diagram is applicable to both on-premise as well as a cloud. So next topic is network and cyber attacks. So before going to network and cyber attacks, from OSI layers to up to network architecture diagram, all these are CCNA concept. So these are basics basically. So that doesn't mean that we should not ignore, okay, so these basics also we can expect a lot of interview questions. So these are all completed network concepts. Once these networking concepts are completed, then we can move to our security field. We can discuss about couple of network and cyber attacks. Approximate 45 to 50 attacks we are going to discuss in this particular course. So those attacks belongs to different types of category related to application, related to infra, related to endpoints, related to cloud and so on. So those attacks only we will take care of the instant investigation or forensic analysis for any different types of tools. That may be EDR, that may be DLP, that may be firewall, that may be proxy or SIM tool as well. So that is next topic. Once these networking concepts are completed, and also once we completed network and cyber attacks, then we can move to completely security field. So as per yesterday demo class, so first security, we are going to discuss about endpoint security. So under endpoint, we are going to discuss about, there are 5 solutions or 5 security controls. Every organization, it will maintain or it will implement. Those solutions are antivirus or EDR, DLP, data loss or data leak prevention, HDS, HAPS. Next one is file integrity monitoring, FIM, and encryption. So first, what is meant by endpoint security or endpoint protection? Every organization, endpoint is nothing but end user machine. Who is the end user of the any organization? Obviously employee. So employee, he will use asset. That asset is called as either laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop. So these end user machines, we can call it as endpoints. For these endpoints, we have to implement from organization point of view, these 5 security solutions. But personal laptop side will not implement all these because of the cost constraints or budget constraints. So on the companies or organization point of view, if you want to reduce the attack vector or attack surface, we have to implement these 5 solutions. Each and every solution or every tool, we have a lot of vacancies, starting with sales, pre-sales, design or architect, implementation, finally operational support of L1, L2, L3. So these 5 to 6 pages, we are going to discuss about each and every tool or every solution. So that is endpoint security we are going to discuss. So once we are completed endpoint security, then we can move to network security or perimeter security. So most of the attacks will come through either perimeter or internet. So perimeter is also called as internet. So most of the attacks, 95% of the attacks nowadays is coming through internet. So if you want to mitigate any attack vector or attack complexity to reduce the hacking, we have to implement a couple of security solutions in the perimeter side or network side. Those solutions are next generation firewall, proxy, that proxy also called as a web gateway or application gateway. Next solution is NADS, NAPS, network intrusion detection system, network intrusion prevention system. So these 3 solutions, it will fall under network security or perimeter security. These solutions also we can call it as network 3-tier architecture. So every organization has to follow this network 3-tier architecture. So that is defense in depth layer approach basically. So if you want to implement these 3 solutions, obviously we can reduce the hacking. I cannot say 100% we can reduce the hacking, but we can eliminate the risk. Okay, so 100% it's not possible to reduce the risk or eliminate the risk, but we can mitigate the risk. So these 3 solutions will fall under network 3-tier architecture. Once network security is completed, then we will move to application security. Under application security, we are going to discuss about, there are 4 different types of topics. Those topics are, first one is SDLC lifecycle. It's a software development lifecycle. So every application development, every product development, every mobile development, it will follow SDLC lifecycle, starting with requirement phase, design phase, development phase, testing phase, finally release or general availability or operational phase. So each and every phase, we have to implement a couple of security controls. So that one we are going to discuss part of SDLC lifecycle. Next one is cryptography, not cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is different story. That is digital currency basically. So like a Bitcoins or Ether and so on. So cryptography is different and cryptocurrency is different. So cryptography mainly for to take care of the security in the data at rest and data at transit level. So we use this cryptography. So that one we are going to discuss about part of what is data at rest controls and data at transit control. Next one is WASP top 10. It's one of the favorite interview question also. So on the application side, you can see previously we are going to discuss about network and cyber attacks. All these will fall under endpoint, network, and also cloud side. Coming back to dedicated to application security side, we have WASP top 10. Open Web Application Security Project. It is an institution or organization. They will conduct survey and finally they'll make top 10 list. So those application layer 7 attacks also we are going to discuss part of application security. Next one is a WAF, a Web Application Firewall. Please observe the difference between network security and also application security. On the network security side, we are implementing next generation firewall. But on the application security side, we are implementing web application firewall. So these 2 tools are completely different. Okay. So once we are going to complete application security, then we can move to information security. So it is overall organization security. Under information security, we are going to discuss about first topic is GRC, governance, risk and compliances. So like auditor role, as I said yesterday also. So it's like internal auditor. It's related to security, not finance audit. So this particular security audit will be done by our GRC team or GRC consultant or information security manager or information security consultant. So once we are completing GRC side, then we are going to discuss about ISO 27001. It is nothing but implementing information security. Every organization has to must implement ISO 27001. So next topic is risk management. So this risk management we can do on the endpoint, network, application, cloud. So even in the physical security point of view, organization point of view, even server point of view also. So under risk management, we are going to discuss about risk analysis, risk mitigation, and risk prioritization, risk acceptance. So all those will fall under risk management. So next topic is a BCP and DR where we're going to discuss. It's a business continuity planning and disaster recovery. In case any natural calamities are occurring, like a tufans or floods or tornadoes or tsunamis or earthquakes, in that scenario, from backup site, how we can continue the business operation if primary site is going down or primary site is not working. So we will use disaster recovery site to take care of the respective operations. So to continue the business operation. So that is part of information security. Once information security is going to complete, then we are going to start about cyber security. In cyber security, we'll complete SIM tool. So this SIM tool is a monitoring tool. It's not a blocking tool. So it is a log collection, log analysis, log processing, log monitoring, and instant investigation tool, but it will not block anything. So all the attacks will come through this SIM tool, and whenever any alerts will come, as a cyber security analyst or information security analyst or security analyst, we will take care of the instant investigation or forensic analysis. So next one is a SOC. It's a security operations center. So to take care of instant investigation or forensic analysis, we will implement one of the control room. That control room we will use for the operational technology, and it will use couple of process technologies as well, like a ITL process or NAST framework. So these SOC operations we are going to discuss about level 1, level 2, and level 3, and also level 4. So once cybersecurity is completed, then we can go and we can discuss about cloud security basics. Like a cloud service providers, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, Alibaba, Oracle, and also IBM Cloud. These are all the famous cloud service providers. So each and every cloud service provider side, security is same as it is, but only terminology it is different. So we are going to discuss about couple of terminologies or couple of concepts like identity access management, role-based access control, data at rest and data at transit level, key vault, key management system, cloud trail, cloud watch, guard duty, Azure Sentinel. Okay, so network access control list, security groups, all those will fall under cloud security. So I will explain about all these basics part of cloud security. So once this one is completed, then we will discuss about one more thing is information security or infra security. In the infra security side, it's a dedicated to vulnerability management or vulnerability assessment, scanning of the server and identifying the vulnerabilities. Doing the manual analysis of those vulnerabilities, and then assigning those vulnerabilities list to the respective server team. Once server team will fix those updates or patches, then it will come back to us and we will take care of the respective. So whether the vulnerabilities are fixed by respective server team or not, that will fall under infra security. It's a basically server scanning and identifying the vulnerabilities. So once we completed this one, then we are going to discuss about couple of process oriented process technologies, I can say. These processes are, one is ITL process, the second one is NAST framework. So ITL process and NAST framework. So this ITL process will be used by service delivery companies or multinational companies or consulting and service based companies. Like example, we have TCS, Infosys, Wipro, Capgemini, Mindtree, Emphasis. So all these will fall under consulting and service based companies. Those companies, they'll follow projects deliveries, obviously. So that project deliveries will be taken care by project manager or service delivery manager. So for process oriented, we will use most of the cases ITL process. If it's a product based companies like Microsoft or Google or Facebook or maybe Robert Bosch or Honeywell, those companies will follow NIST framework. So these are two things are completely not about technology or technical things. It's a completely process oriented. So these are the two different types of process every organization will follow. So these two things will discuss part of process technologies or operational technology otherwise. Once that one is completed, we are going to discuss about couple of tools. Those tools are, there are two different types of tools basically. Those two tools are, one is open source, second is commercial. Open source is a free of cost. It's ready-made available and we don't need to pay any money. That is called open source. Those open source tools are MX tool, IP wide, IP abuse database, virustotal.com, hybridanalysis.com, URL scan, network mapper or Nmap, Wireshark, Cisco Talos, process monitor, process explorer. So we have some other tools as well. OSINT, so Mindtree attack framework. So these are all things we'll discuss part of open source. Once we are completing these tools, complete will use regular basis for instant investigation or forensic analysis. So daily we have to go and we have to verify IP address validation. Next one is URL validation, domain validation, hash value validations. Using these tools, we can verify it. Under these tools verifications, we can make it as evidences. So these are the couple of tools we will use regularly, not on these open source tools. We have so many other open source tools as well, but these are famous one. And once these open source tools are completed, then finally we are going to discuss about commercial tools. Those commercial tools are SAM tools. In the SAM tool side, IBM QRadar, Logarithm, and Azure Sentinel. So these three things we can discuss. And we have some other tools also like a Microfocus or McAfee, so Exabeam. But these three tools are sufficient to crack the interview. One tool is more than sufficient. The next one is EDR. EDR is like a next generation antivirus or advanced antivirus. So EDR tools we are going to discuss about CrowdStrike and Microsoft Defender. If time permits, I'll explain Carbon Block as well, CB. Next one is vulnerability management. On the vulnerability management side, we are going to discuss about Nessus and Rapid7. Ticketing tool side, we will discuss about ServiceNow and Jira. And also on the proxy side, we will discuss about OpenDNS from Cisco. On the port scanning side, as I said, we'll discuss about Nmap. On the source side, we can discuss about Palo Alto. Last but not least, we will discuss about firewall, FortiGate. So these are the different types of tools. Okay, so I will show practically as a so practical scenario based. Okay, so things we can discuss about different types of attacks and how to do instant investigation forensic analysis. So this is the overall course content, whatever we are going to discuss about next 60 days. I cannot say 60 days. Okay, I can say like, okay, maybe 70 to 80 hours. It will take approximately 70 to 80 hours to complete the entire course. Because the vast syllabus, as I said yesterday also, each and every security technologies we have vacancies. Starting with endpoint security, we have vacancies. Network security, we have vacancies. Application security, we have vacancies. In the similar way, information security, cyber security, and cloud security, infrastructure security, and so on. So this is not just for cyber security course, it's for multiple technology course technologies I'm going to teach. So that is about overall course content. So before moving to next topic, do you have any questions or queries or comments? Yeah, I think Janardhan Betukuri, he mentioned application security at burp suite. Yes, burp suite, it is separate topic. And if you want to move to application security, Janardhan, compulsory one of the programming languages is required. It's a mandatory because we have to review the code. What are developers, they are developing the code. So a couple of applications, it will use 10 programming languages, couple of applications, it will use 20 programming languages, couple of applications we can use even 5 or 4 also. I will give one of the example scenario. In my organization, for one of the applications, we are using 21 programming languages. But at least you should know, or you must know, not should, you must know about, so one of the code programming language to review the codes. In case from the developer side or programmer side, is there any code issues are existing, then we have to inform the respective developers. So burp suite, yes, I will try, but I'm not sure because there is no free trial license version is available. It's a completely commercial. So, but let me try. So on this one, burp suite. But my suggestion to you, so as I said yesterday also, first you can move into the either cyber security field or endpoint security or network security or infrastructure security or information security as entry point. Once you are getting 1 year of experience, better you can move to application security or product security or mobile security. Why I'm saying this one, if you are moving to these entry level like endpoint or network or cyber or information, it will cover all the basics. So then you can switch over to application security or product security or mobile security. That's what my suggestion to you guys. Any other questions, guys?
Okay, sir.
On this, yeah, Naveen Reddy is asking about what about certification? Do you provide any guidance? Yes. So basically, if you are attending my course content or my course, you can go and you can write exactly directly exam certified ethical hacker 12.0 version. So that is the basic or entry level of the certificate. So basic or entry level of the certificate. And even we have one more certificate also, comparative A plus. So we can use comparative A plus also for certification. But coming back to Naveen Reddy, so don't do certifications now. You can do certifications once you are joining in a company. Why I'm saying this one, if you want to write a certificate now or exam, you have to pay money from your pocket. But once you are joining in a company, you are completing the certificate related to security, then we have reimbursement policy, every organization will maintain. So we can apply for reimbursement and we can get it whatever certificate cost it is involved. So that's what my advice or suggestion. Coming back to your question, right now, yeah, guidance I can provide. And you can go and you can write exam directly for certified ethical hacker once this course is completed.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Any other questions? Any other questions?
Hi, sir.
Hi, Janardhan.
Sir, if I want to go for only web application security, is this top 10 is enough? Our class sections is enough, right?
Yes, top 10 is enough. But as I said, you have to do code reviews also. So code review scanning tools we have, example tools like Checkmarks or Fortify or Veracode. So GitHub or Jenkins. So these are all the different types of tools we have. We have to take repositories, whatever application developers they are developing in CI/CD pipeline, continuous development and continuous integration. So these code repositories we have to integrate it to our code scanning tools, as I mentioned, Veracode or Checkmarks or Fortify or GitHub. Then once scanning is completed, then we have to review the code. Once we are reviewing the code, then we have to inform to the respective developers to fix that bugs or vulnerabilities what are we identified. So WASP top 10 is not sufficient. to go for VAPT. Basically, in the SDLC life cycle, there are 5 phases, as I said: requirement design phase, development phase, testing phase, and operational phase. In the design level, we have to take care of threat modeling. For that one, we have Microsoft Stride analysis, threat analysis. In the similar way, in the development side, we will run the code scanning related to different types of programming languages. Additionally, every application or every product or every mobile, it will use a lot of third-party softwares. That is called TPS basically. These two are commercial and as well as open source. And we have to run the scans once again, BlockDog and White Source and also Sneak. These are the couple of scanning tools. And we have to do the manual analysis based on the CVSS score. And we have to inform to the respective developers to fix that particular vulnerabilities, whatever we identified as a third-party software. Once that particular feature is going to testing level, then we have to take care of the black box penetration testing, white box and gray box. Black box is very difficult. Even hackers also, they can't do that. So white box, most of the organizations will follow white box only. Using burp suite, as you mentioned, you are right. We will use burp suite as a DAST. And we can scan all these applications using dynamic in nature, and we will identify the WASP top 10 attacks related to SQL injection, cross-scripting, broken authentication, broken access control, and so on. And finally, we have to exploit that particular attack as well. Whether really that particular attack from the application side, it's existing from the attacker point of view or not. That analysis, if you want to do all these analysis, compulsory one programming language is a must. So according to that one, you can choose whether really if you want to go into direct application security now or maybe after 1 year. According to that one, you can plan it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Is it clear?
Yes, clear, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's a very good question. Thanks for asking. Any other, before going to another topic, do you have any other questions, guys? Okay, so that is the course content. As I said, we are going to discuss about next 70 to 80 hours. So next topic is, so we will discuss about full form or acronyms or abbreviations. Next 70 to 80 hours, whatever we are going to use, like abbreviation or full form or maybe acronyms, because a couple of people are new or a couple of you are completely new technology to you. So first 1 week, it's very difficult to digest all these new terminologies. That is the reason I'm providing. So earlier itself, what are the regular or daily basis, different types of terminologies we are going to use it. So shall we start?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can start now. Abbreviations or acronyms or full forms. So first one is a DC. So DC full form is data center. It's on-premise, one of the dedicated site or room where all of our network devices we can configure or we can implement or we can deploy. That is called data center. So DC full form is data center. We have one more DC also. So that is called domain controller. One more DC, that is called domain controller. So this domain control is centralized authentication authorization server. Whenever any employee or end user, if he is giving respective username and password, so one of the server, it will validate. So that validating of the server from authorization point of view, we can call it as domain controller. Example, you are entering username and password in your laptop. That request will go to our domain controller. Our domain controller will validate whether that particular end user is existing in our domain or not. Example, domains like tcs.com is a domain, wipro.com is a domain, hcl.com is a domain. All these are domains. Once you are part of these companies, then only you are able to access the respective laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop. So you are not a part of the respective company, then obviously you can't access the domain controller or respective applications or servers or databases. So that is called DC basically. Next one is Active Directory. It's a AD. So mobile directory means a directory of the contacts and also our email address and his name and so on. In the similar way, Active Directory. So every organization, it will maintain the Active Directory. That may be on-premise or that may be Azure Active Directory or Amazon Active Directory. So if it is on-premise, we can deploy in our data center. If it is a cloud, we can deploy in the cloud environments like Azure or Amazon or Google or Alibaba and so on. So this Active Directory is like a directory of all the end users of the organization, whoever is existing in the similar way. So this Active Directory also contains the respective computers information, systems informations, service information, laptop information, MacBook information, workstation, desktop information. So that is the directory of all the respective systems or computers information. So that is AD. Next one is a LAN. It's a local area network. So it is a computer network where we can deploy all the devices connected together. So that is called LAN. It's a single location. So maybe internet is the required or maybe internet is not required. Example, if you want to say LAN connectivity, maybe consider one of the school. It is located only one location. One of the hospital, it is located only one location. In the similar, one of the university, one of the retail shop like a D-Mart and so on. All these different types of places, we can connect all these computers using LAN connectivity. So internet may be or may not be required. So that is LAN. Next one is a WAN. It's a wide area network. It is also once again computer network. It will connect multiple computer networks from different geographical location. When you say different geographical locations, that may be two different areas or two different locations or two different states or two different cities or two different countries or two different continents. For WAN connectivity, internet and also public network is a mandatory. Without internet, without public network, WAN will not work. So that is WAN. It's for multiple locations or distributed locations. Next one is a MAN. It's a metropolitan area network. It is also once again computer network. If you want to connect all the metropolitan cities through internet or through public network, we can call it as a MAN, metropolitan area network. Example, in India, metropolitan cities like Kolkata, Mumbai, Chennai, and Delhi. So these are the different countries. If you want to connect together from all these locations, maybe our office is located or situated. In that scenario, if you want to connect it together, all these four different types of cities, we will use MAN, metropolitan area network. Next one is a PAN. It's a personal area network. This is completely home-based. Our personal business purpose, if we want to use, we will use a PAN, personal area network. Example, in our home, if you want to connect your mobile or maybe your laptop, maybe your printer, or maybe some other devices, we can use the personal area network. So now WAN, MAN, PAN, all these are, it will use internet connectivity or it will use a public network. LAN, as I said, may or may not be, it will use internet or it will not use also. LAN is a subset of all these. Okay, so what is my subset of LAN or subset of MAN or subset of PAN? So meaning here, it's a union. LAN is a union of WAN. In the similar, LAN is a union of MAN. In the similar, LAN is a union of PAN. Okay, so it's like a subset, all these. Anyway, tomorrow I'm going to discuss about in-depth analysis for all these topics. Tomorrow I'll provide the definitions. Next one is the DHCP. So DHCP full form is Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. If you want to assign the IP address automatically without manual effort, okay, we will use the DHCP using a DORA process. So that is the full form of the DHCP. So we have separate topic is there. There we can discuss more about DHCP, how DORA process will work. Next one, DNS. It's a domain name system or domain name server. Whenever any end user is giving domain name, the domain name will be converted into IP address backend. Example, maybe if I want to type in the web browser google.com, that google.com, it will map back into 8.8.8.8 or else 8.8.4.4 or else 4.4.8.8. So that is called DNS. Basically, it will convert domain name into IP address into domain name. So for this one, we'll use a couple of DNS records also. That one we can discuss separately. Next one is OSI. Open System Interconnection. So that is the full form. As I said earlier, so OSI can be used to peer-to-peer communication or end-to-end communication. So that is called OSI. Advanced version of OSI is called as a TCP/IP. It's a Transport Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. Full form is Transport Control Protocol / Internet Protocol. So that is the full form of TCP/IP. So next one is a TCP. Anyway, TCP we discussed. UDP, User Datagram Protocol. Okay, so it's a connection less oriented protocol. We can discuss this one also once again. Next one we have HTTP. Full form is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. We can use for web browsing purpose. Next one, HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Security. It's one of the interview question also. What is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS? HTTP, it will use without encrypted mechanism. Meaning here, it will use a plain text or clear text. But HTTPs, it will use encrypted text. From the attacker point of view, whenever we are sending any email or whenever we are sending a website access or whenever we are sending a message in the WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram or whatever it may be. So it is end-to-end encrypted basically. For that one, we will use the HTTPS using SSL TLS certificate. Next one is SSL, Secure Socket Layer. So HTTPS, it will use two different types of protocols. One is SSL and second one is TLS. SSL is outdated one. There are three versions part of SSL. SSL 1.0, SSL 2.0 and SSL 3.0. To eliminate this drawback, we have TLS, Transport Layer Security. That is the full form. So current version of TLS is the TLS 1.2 and TLS 1.3. And also TLS 1.4 in beta version or gamma version. Respect to companies, they are developing this TLS 1.4. I think as per my knowledge, 2024 January onwards, we are going to use TLS 1.4 as well. TLS 1.0 and TLS 1.1 is outdated one. If I using these versions, we have a couple of attacks will occur. Those attacks are like a Poodle attack, Sweet 32, Birthday attack, so Rainbow Table attack. All these different types of attacks will fall under if you are using outdated SSL or TLS versions. So next one is LLC, Logical Link Control. Next one is a MAC. It's a Media Access Control. These two are sublayers of our data link layer as per OSA. Anyway, that one we are going to discuss after 2 days. Next one is LDAP, Lightweight discovery, access protocol. It's a basically we can call it as a Active Directory. LDAP is also called as an Active Directory. So every tool, that means not only security tools, even DevOps tools or testing tools or machine learning tools or data scientist tools and so on, they will integrate with LDAP server using port number 389. So why we have to integrate with the Active Directory or LDAP server? Whenever any attack it's happened, for tracing purpose, who has done what identity of the user, to identify that particular thing, we will use LDAP integration for every tool. Not only our security tools, as I said, it will use by different types of stakeholders in the organization, like DevOps or testing tools, or maybe machine learning, or maybe so other tools as well, other teams as well, sorry. LDAPs, next one. Lightweight, discovery or directory, access protocol security. So see, HTTP is a plain text or clear text. HTTPS is an encrypted text. In this similar way, LDAP is a clear text. LDAP is a encrypted text. So LDAP port number is 636. So we will use most of the case LDAPs because it's a secure way of protocol. Next one is FTP. It's a file transfer protocol. If you want to transfer the file, so it will use file server. So for that one, we have to open the port numbers 20 and 21 to transfer the files. To transfer the file, we use the FTP protocol. It is non-secure protocol. We should not use the FTP. To eliminate this drawback, we will use SFTP. Secure File Transfer Protocol. Port number is 23. That anyway we are going to discuss later. Next one is SSH. Secure Shell. So this secure shell basically to log into any Unix related flavor of the servers. So under Unix, we have different types of flavors. Those flavors are CentOS or Ubuntu or Red Hat Enterprise Linux RHEL. And also we have Docker, container, and Peroda, SUSE, Kubernetes. All these will fall under, okay, so Unix flavors. If you want to log into these Unix flavors of the servers, we will use SSH, Secure Shell, and one of the application we will use to log into these servers, that is called PuTTY, port number 22. So next one is we have URL. So URL is nothing but any website we want to access in the web browser, we will enter the URL link or website link. So full form is Uniform Resource Locator. So that is the full form of URL. Next one is we have POP3. It's a post office protocol. It can be used for messaging purpose. Post office why we'll use to deliver the respective letters, right? So for messaging purpose, in the similar way, post office protocol also we can use for messaging purpose. In the similar way, we have one more protocol related to messaging. It's called IMAP, Internet Message Access Protocol. This is also can be used for messaging purpose. And we have one more protocol also that is called SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. For sending the mails and receiving the mails, for messaging purpose, we'll use SMTP. And we have ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol. This is also for messaging purpose we will use. So ping command will use ICMP protocol. Next one is we have NTP, Network Time Protocol. If you want to integrate our local time with two tools, example, our local time is IST, India Standard Time Zone. If you want to integrate our India Standard Time Zone, Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, that time zone to our tools, example servers or databases or firewalls or proxy or any other tools also, we will use one of the server. That server we can call is NTP. Port number is 123. Okay, so that is network time protocol, NTP. It's very important also. Next one is syslog. Syslog is mainly for logging purpose. So logging or auditing, tracking, whenever any computer recorded activity, it can be stored in the backend. So that is called logs basically. So full form is system logging. Next one, we will discuss, we will use couple of other terminologies or acronyms regularly. One is AV. So AV full form is antivirus. Virus is an attack, antivirus is a solution. In the similar way, AM, anti-malware. So malware is a attack and anti-malware is a solution or preventive mechanism. Next one is EDR, endpoint detection and response. It's a next generation antivirus and it contains the advanced pieces of traditional antivirus like a machine learning capability, artificial intelligence capability, deep learning capability, and also historical analysis. Even unknown category of the attacks also, using this machine learning capability and deep learning capability, EDR tool, it will identify. So that is EDR. So endpoint detection response. In the similar, we have NDR, network level detection response. Next one is XDR, extended detection and response. It's an advanced version of once again EDR. It will take care of the malware prevention or malware blocking. That is XDR. Next one is MDR, managed detection and response. So this is once again part of SIM tool. It is equal to SIM tool. So not only just for detection, even it will take care of the response as well. So nothing but blocking also. That is MDR. Next one is FW. It's a firewall. Full form. Next one is NGFW. It's a next generation firewall. Current generations of the tools we can call it next generation. That may be next generation antivirus, next generation SIM tool, next generation firewall, next generation DevOps tool, next generation testing tools, and so on. So current generations of the any tool we can call it next generation. When you say next generation, it is advanced features. Next one is UTM. Full form is Unified Threat Management. It is almost equals to firewall. So that is UTM. Next one is we have WAF. Full form is Web Application Firewall. It will prevent application layer 7 attacks like OS top 10. The next one is DLP, data loss prevention or data leak prevention. Next one is FIM. It's a file integrity monitoring. Next one is IDS, intrusion detection system. In this similar way, it will detect only abnormal activity whenever any attacker is doing hacking part, but it will not block it. Next one is IPS, intrusion prevention system. Whenever attacker or threat actor or maybe hacker is trying to do any hacking, in that scenario, IPS not only will detect, it will take care of the preventive mechanism as well. So like a blocking. So that is called IPS. It's one of the favorite interview question. What is the difference between IDS and IPS? Once again, under the endpoint level or host level, we will use HIDS, host intrusion detection system. In the similar way, HIPS, host intrusion prevention system. That is on the host or endpoint level, like laptop or MacBook, workstation, desktop, and servers level. In the network level, we can call NIDS, network intrusion detection system, NIPS, network intrusion prevention system. Next one, WIDS, wireless or Wi-Fi intrusion detection system. Like whenever any hacker, like a rogue, in the wireless terminology, hacker we can call a rogue. So if the rogue is trying to do any hacking, like a password cracking or Wi-Fi password cracking or compromising something through Wi-Fi, in that scenario, wireless IDS it will only detect. Next one is wireless IPS. It will detect as well as it will block. Full form is wireless intrusion prevention system. So IDS is a part of, once again, endpoint level, that is called HIDS, HIPS. On the network level, we can call it NIDS, NIPS. On the wireless level, we can call it WIDS, WIPS. Next one is SIEM. So this is our security monitoring tool. It will not block anything, just only alerting tool. So full form is security, information, and event management. Okay, so that's the full form of SIEM. Next one is SOC. It's a security operations center. Another name for SOC, we can call it SET. It's a computer emergency response team. So another name for SOC is SET. And we have one more name that is called CSIRT. Cyber Security Incident Response Team. So that is CSIRT. So these are all alternative names or synonyms of respect to SOC. So our consulting and service-based companies, they will use SOC or main security services or cyber fusion center or cyber defense center, like a Wipro or Infosys or TCS or Cognizant or Capgemini and so on. So if it is a public sector or government sector, in that scenario, they will use SET, they will not use SOC. It's a computer emergency response team, like India SET, US SET, Australia SET, Singapore SET, and so on. Next one, CSIRT. This is another name for SOC. This one will be used by a couple of companies like Amazon or HSBC or Google or Microsoft. They will call it CSIRT. So next full form is WUBA. It's a user, entity, behavioral analytics. It's a combination of both machine learning plus artificial intelligence and also data analytics. So that means even in our cybersecurity tools also, we will use trending technologies like machine learning or artificial intelligence and data science or data analytics. According to that one only, so we will get the unknown attacks. For example, Russia and Ukraine war is going on from past 4 months. In the similar way, recently Palestine and Israel also war is going on. In that particular scenario, whenever any hackers, they're trying to do hacking from North Korea, South Korea, Russia, Ukraine, Palestine, whatever it may be. So if you want to get those regular updates, we will implement a WUBA concept. That WUBA concept, it will use back-end processes, machine learning or artificial intelligence or deep learning or historical analysis. That is WUBA. Next one is SOAR. security, orchestration, and automated response. So difference between SIM and SOAR. This is also one of the favorite interview question. So SIM is a monitoring tool, but it will not block anything. It's a log collection, log analysis, log processing tool. But on the other hand, SOAR is a completely not only monitoring, it is blocking as well. We'll take care of the instant response using SOAR capability. So that we can discuss later. Then we have IOC. IOC full form is indicator of compromise. Whenever any system is getting compromised, what are the indicators of the system related details? Every system contains computer name or system name. In the similar way, IP address, where the system is located, and also how the attack is happening, what is the payload, okay, what is the MAC address. If you want to get those details, we will use IOC. In the similar IOA, indicator of attacker. So whenever any attacker is trying to do hacking part in that scenario, so respect to attack related details, that may be IP address, from which country attacker is trying to do the hacking or attacks, and also additionally, how the attack is entering into the organization level, what type of tactics and techniques and procedure TTPs he used. That is a part of IOA. Next one is TTP, tactics, techniques, and procedures. Now, this is one of the trending interview questions going on for each and every interview. So, what is MITRE attack framework? What is the tactics and techniques and procedure you are using by the attacker point of view? Whether all these tactics and techniques and procedures are integrated to our SIM tool or EDR tools or not. That will fall under MITRE attack framework. So, we have approximate 14 tactics. Under 14 tactics, we have 500 plus techniques. These tactics and techniques the attacker will use to try to do compromise. Not only it will give the compromise scenarios by the attacker or hacker or intruder or threat actor, even these MITRE attack framework, it will give additional capabilities like what is solution or what is the preventive mechanism for any attack. So that is MITRE attack framework. It will provide TTP's information related to enterprise level, related to mobile level, related to industrial control system. That is nothing but ICS. Next one is WAP we discussed, DLP we discussed, NADS, NAPS, TTP. Yeah, RCA, root cause analysis. Whenever any system is got compromised, what is the appropriate action has taken care by incident responder or incident response team. So it will provide the how the attack is happening and what are the appropriate action we taken as a SOC team. We have to document everything. So we have to identify the root cause, where, when, how the incident is got compromised. For that one, what are the preventive mechanisms we implemented? What are the appropriate actions we have taken? All those things we can implement one of the document. The document we can call the root cause analysis document. Next one is SOP. It's a standard operating procedure document. For every incident, we will use this SOP document or playbook or runbook. So this playbook or runbook or SOP document, what it will provide? It will provide about whenever any alert will come, what L1 team has to do, what L2 team has to do, and what L3 team has to do. So it is a step-by-step approach we can document. The document we can call it SOP. It's an entire question, guys. So next one is MTTD, mean time to detection. So mean mode, okay, so average. This one we studied long back in our 5th standard and 6th standard, right? So mean is nothing but average. Average time to detection of any attack. That is called mean time to detection. MTTI, mean time to identification. How much time it will take to identify? So average time. MTTR, mean time to recovery. Something got compromised. Is there any data backup is existing or not? Whether data breach has happened, whether data exfiltration it has happened. In that scenario, average time, how much it will take for recovery purpose. That is called MTTR. Yeah. So these are all the couple of SLA also, SLA, service level agreement. So service level agreement, it's a basically agreement. What is meant by agreement? Basically in between two persons or two mutual companies. It's a contractual agreement between two companies. That companies may be our consulting and service based company, or maybe our client or customer. So this SLA always is time based. Whenever any issue will come, how much time it will take to fix that issue or bug or problem or incident. So that is called SLA. This SLA is not only for security team. This is applicable to application support team, the web support team, server support team, that means Windows or Linux, any support team basically, part of corporate IT. So that one, it is existing in between our customer and also our consulting and service based company based on the time. So the time, once again, it is defined based on the criticality of the incident or bug. So like a critical or high or medium or low or informational. So each and every severity of the bug or issue or problem or incident, we can fix before handovering or before taking the project. So that is called SLA. These are like terms and conditions for any project delivery. Next one is ITIL. As I said previously, it's one of the process. Most of the service and consulting based companies, they will use ITIL. Full form is Information Technology, IT, Information Technology and Infrastructure Library. Information Technology Infrastructure Library, that is ITL. Next one, NAST, National Institute of Standard Technology. So this NAST website or process is developed by USA, and NAST is very popular for instant lifecycle management and also risk management framework, change management process. Most of the product development companies, it will use NAST framework. Next one is CIS, Center for Internet Security. It's one of the hardening benchmark related to server. Whatever servers we are using the organization level, we have to implement couple of initial security configurations. That configurations is providing by one of the institutions or organization. That organization is called CIS. So it will provide hardening benchmark for Amazon Web Services, all the Windows machines, all the Linux machines, all the databases like Oracle or Cassandra or MongoDB or SQL or PGSQL or MySQL. For everything, even cloud, it's for on-premise. So this hardening benchmark we have to implement to reduce attack vector, to reduce attack complexity from the attacker point of view. That is CS benchmark. Yeah. So these are the couple of regularly used terms. Not only this one, there are so many. Right now, I'm not able to recollect whatever we will use regularly. But most of the cases, yes. So these are the couple of regular terminologies we can use, and also acronyms we can use. In this one, also, there are a lot of interview questions. So example, what is the difference between domain controller and Active Directory? It's one of the interview question. In this similar way, what is DHCP? What is DORA process is entire question. What is DNS? how the DNS resolution will happen. It's an entire question. What is OSL layers? Explain about OSL layers. When the end user is giving google.com in the web browser, what is the backend process? So that is also a entire question. What is TCP IP layer? Entire question. What is the difference between TCP and UDP? Entire question. What is TCP three-way handshake? And difference between HTTP and HTTPS? A difference between SSL and TLS? And the difference between LDAP and LDAPs? Difference between FTP and SFTP? And difference between SSL and SSH? What is SMTP? So what is NTP? Okay, what is ICMP port number? What difference between antivirus and EDR? And what difference between EDR and XDR? And also what is the difference between next generation firewall and web application firewall WAF? What is the difference between next generation firewall and UTM? What is data types part of DLP? What is the difference between IDS and IPS? What is the difference SIM and SOAR? What is UBA? What is SOC? What is cyber security? What is TTP? What is RCA? What is SLA? All these are entire questions by the by. So tomorrow what I will do, so I will provide a couple of definitions. What are we discussed today for all these acronyms or full forms or abbreviations. So once these definitions are completed, then we can start our OSI reference model, part of networking concepts. That will take another 2 days to start about OSI reference model. So next 2 days completely belongs to definitions, what we are going to discuss about next 60 to 70 hours in our cybersecurity classes. So that's all for today, guys. Do you have any questions and queries? Please don't worry. Whatever whatever I provided today, all these topics we can discuss once again. It is like a repetition. Okay, it's repeated, it will come regularly. Okay. So by the time you'll habituate all these terminologies. Yeah, do you have any questions? Yeah, so whatever whatever classes I'm teaching, all these things I will record and I will upload in the Google Drive. That Google Drive link I will provide access to you. And also whatever Excel sheet I'm sharing, this Excel sheet also, it will be provided part of our Google Drive link itself. You can go and you can verify and you can listen 1 or 2 times. In case you are not able to understand 1 or 2 times, just you can listen 3 or 4 times. Because as I said earlier, it will take approximately 1 week to digest all these different types of terminology, new techniques or words or acronyms or abbreviations or full forms. Okay, before wrap up, do you have any questions? Okay, guys, then thank you so very much. And thanks for joining the call and see you tomorrow and good night.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.